Hey yo, what is up guys, and welcome to InfernoKun. So a little bit of a different video for the most part. We have the episode 2 stats. They are up. They're back up finally. I'm gonna go ahead and go to my main save here and talk about them because, you know, this is a little bit of video. Episode 3 comes out like tomorrow, dude. And I can't wait, but that's pretty awesome. Am I right? Anyways, go ahead and talk about episode 2, the choices here. Let's go ahead and close my eyes and go to the very beginning of it, so I won't see any of it. Okay, so here we are at the very beginning. Of course, this is when, of course, we were going to leave the boarding school, getting kicked out. So, you and 65% of players told AJ to keep his gun, okay? Makes sense that the community thought, hey, you know, we need him to keep his gun. And 34 gave it to Lewis. I'm actually surprised by that a little bit. You know, people were like, hey, go ahead and give him the gun. And then, of course, we have the 1% that didn't intervene, and then 1% who did say nothing, which is kind of weird. So 1% for both of those. That's a huge percentage of people that I, thought like wouldn't give him the gun. They actually gave Lewis the gun. That's pretty crazy. So let's go ahead and move on to the next one. We have you and 52% of players told Violet to shoot Lily and got Lewis shot. Okay. Instinct. Okay, someone trying to be kind of a danger to you, you kind of want to shoot them. And that, of course, being Lily, shooting Lily. So that's a pretty big number as well. Of course, this is a half and half choice, so, 52% does make a lot of sense here. So that's pretty cool to see. Moving on, we have the next one, which is you and 93% of players spared the walker, honoring James's request. Okay, it's a lot of people who are actually pretty nice people. 6% killed the walker, and of course 1% let James do it, so James can actually, I honestly did not know, or obviously I guess if you were to wait out the timer he would go ahead and do it himself, so makes sense there. So hopefully, we'll see how that actually plays into account. Hopefully that is brought up in the form of dialogue. That would be pretty interesting. Here's a cool one. I did not think that Violet would actually be like the most, to be honest. Okay, there were a lot of Lewis fans that I saw, and I thought, like Kenny, that they would actually have the higher number. And you remember in season 2, Kenny actually had like 69% actually shot Kenny, so that's definitely like surprising here. But anyways, 59% of players, you and 59% of players, spent time stargazing with Violet, and 41% for Lewis. So that doesn't seem to account the whole romance thing. I'm not sure if that's next or not, but that's pretty, not really that huge, but it's actually a pretty significant boost for Violet. I'm very, very, very surprised by that. I thought that Lewis's fan base was a lot bigger, to be honest, compared to Violet. And here is, kind of a different one as well. You and 56% of players rescue Violet instead of Lewis. Now this one's actually, important as well, because we have a 3% deficit compared to this one here, which, people who actually went with Violet probably, also, or some people, a small 3% actually chose to instead save Lewis. So more people actually have Violet compared to Lewis. I thought it would be a lot closer than this. Actually, it actually is very, very, very close. Just, of course, a small bit of a percentage there isn't that huge, so that's pretty interesting. This one, not sure what this is. Probably just a little bit of a filler there. Of course, you have 56% that allowed him to be kidnapped. Lewis was comforted when you said you were sorry you and AJ hurt him, which is, pretty cool there. Lewis felt discouraged when you chose to spend time with Violet instead of him. Poor Lewis. And then we have Lewis felt discarded when you let the Raiders take him down. That made me feel bad after seeing this in the terms of just these things right here. You and 36% of players left James feeling trusted. James felt helpful when you let him feed AJ the apple. And then James was attentive when you said you were originally from Georgia. Okay, that's pretty interesting there. So hopefully that plays to a fact there. Whoa, actually, 36%? What's the other half? Or what's the other little bit of that? Because that's pretty interesting. Like, I know there can be like different things there, but I wonder what the other ones are. I'll look them up eventually. I'll find them. Anyways, 42% of players left 10 feeling ashamed. 10 was thoughtful when you said people need to make new rules, and then 10 felt hopeful after sharing his belief that the Walker age would end someday. 42%. Still minority there for me, but that's pretty interesting there. And then we have Lily. She's looking weird though. Look at her mouth. That's pretty, that's funny. Anyways, you and 55% of players left Lily feeling unconvinced. Okay. Lily was grateful that you remembered her. Interesting there. Interesting, actually, really interesting there. Lily was pleased when you accepted her help to stand. So she's unconvinced for me. So that could explain why at the end of episode 2 that she kind of went ahead and didn't shoot Clementine at the end, for me at least. She kind of like a bit unconvinced that Clementine is like the same. She's like actually different because she's family compared to everyone else. So that's definitely really interesting there. This is surprising how she actually has some kind of humanity left, okay? And then we go on, we left 89% left her feeling grateful, probably due to the whole burning body nurse lady thing. Ruby was distressed when you said everyone shared responsibility for what happened to Marlon. Okay, interesting. Ruby was consoled when you expressed sympathy over finding the school nurse. That's good for Ruby. Moving on, we have AJ. What is this? We left AJ feeling repentant. Okay, AJ felt capable when we let him go on patrol. Look at his lip, dude. Oh my god. Anyways, he was resigned after you didn't give him dibs on killing Abel. So he's still repentant. And that is 66%. So interesting there for AJ, for me. And then we move on to the next one. We have Mitch is dead. Mitch was surprised when you admitted AJ was wrong to kill Marlon. And Mitch was irritated when you decided to help Ruby bury the walker. Who cares, right? Because he's dead. Poor Mitch. I'm sorry. Anyways, moving on. Violet left her feeling vengeful, which is probably the same for Lewis if you save him. Violet was relieved when you and AJ returned to the school. Okay, she really wanted us back, as we know. And then Violet was exhilarated when you confessed your feelings for her. Interesting, but she's still vengeful for what happened to the people of the boarding school. Over to Abel, he's captured. Abel was outraged when you told Violet to shoot Lily. So I wonder if that will be a bit of a factor when it comes to his interrogation. Will he be more inclined to not give up information because we shot Lily? Interesting there. Abel was impressed when you taunted Lily with shooting you. Did I do that? I told her that she wouldn't do it because she was family, so it might be a little bit of a taunting there, and she frowned, so interesting. And then lastly, the state of the boarding school. Omar was kidnapped. Rosie, of course, is loyal. Okay, I petted her. Willie was annoyed when you didn't choose his trap. Bro, your trap sucked, to be honest. Calm down. And Sam was kidnapped. Collectibles. I missed the mushroom. I feel really bad. I missed the damn mushroom. I was looking for it and I missed it. I'm very, very sad about that. I missed the collectible. Collecting episode 1, I got all of them. Now I missed the damn mushroom. Anyways, that is pretty much my look through the episode 2 choices. Hope you guys did enjoy my perspective on the choices. Talking about them a little bit before episode 3 comes out. A little bit of a filler video, but look out for my next one eventually. Thank you all for watching. I'm InfernoKun, and I'll catch you guys next time on The Walking Dead.